The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timipre Sylva, says that the country must deregulate the downstream oil and gas sector to help boost the nation's economy. Sylva made this known when he featured at a forum of the News Agency of Nigeria in Abuja.
My stand on fuel subsidy and deregulation is well known. I believe that for this country to move forward, for our economy to make the progress that we all desire, we need to have a market-driven pricing for petroleum products. A situation where you produce something at a certain cost and you have to sell it at a lower cost to the people, because you are taking some of that burden off the people. It's a very desirable thing, but it is also not sustainable.
According to him, people's view that if the refineries are working, importation of a product will stop is not the real issue on ground.
In fact, part of the reason why the refinery stopped working was also subsidy. Because a refinery that is producing something at a certain cost and selling at a loss, how can that refinery sustain itself? Over the years, the refinery just couldn't sustain itself, and all the refineries died. If you do not deregulate, you will find out that even the refineries, if you fix them today, they cannot be commercially operated. Because the refineries need maintenance, they need to be run, and if they are producing something and they are selling at a certain subsidized price, it can't work. That's why you see that that sector is not growing at all.
The minister added that Dangote Group cited its refinery near the sea to aid exports and to enable it to make more money for sustainability.
Even Dangote, when he's building, he's building in Lagos by the sea because he wants to send all his products abroad. Because if he sells within Nigeria in this subsidized environment, he cannot break even. So that is the way it is. I mean, we must look at it. I know that a lot of Nigerians think, oh, we must carry on with this thing. But in the end, I think it is better for us to deregulate.
He further noted that it was unfortunate that when you talk about subsidy, the common man on the street begins to fight government, but the subsidy never favored them.
It is actually in the interest of the common Nigerian to ensure that some people do not just profiteer on them, which is what is happening. You must have heard about all the subsidy scams and so on of a few years ago. People were making billions and billions on this same subsidy. And when you say you want to take it out, oh, the common man is the one on the streets. But at the end of the day, is it the common man that is benefiting from subsidy? I don't think they are the biggest beneficiaries. Now, all the fuels that are connected with the common man have been deregulated. Kerosene, which the common man uses to cook in his stove, or even in the village to even burn the firewood, kerosene is deregulated. The diesel that is used to move the trucks that move food from farm to market are running on all those trucks. The diesel runs those trucks, and the diesel has been deregulated. But petrol, which is the preferred fuel of big women like you, big men like you, that is the fuel that has defied deregulation. But at the end of the day, I believe that it is better for us because if we are able to deregulate, then we can save money. First, you can imagine the savings it will make as far as foreign exchange is concerned. And of course, it will bring down that pressure. People are going to be able to access foreign exchange and import, so that the government will not now be the ones to be providing foreign exchange for the importation and so on. And of course, since the government will no longer be subsidizing, all that money that will be gained from it, which is over 1 trillion a year, over 1 trillion naira a year, all that over 1 trillion naira instead of being burnt in our cars, will now be used for development. So you can imagine how much money the federal government and indeed the state government will have at their disposal if there is deregulation.